Hey guys, Jonah here back with more beer reviews and all that kind of nonsense. And yeah, we're going back to uh, Pennsylvania, and I believe these guys are from Philadelphia. I think I will double check, but these guys, Susquehanna, Susquehanna Brewing Co. An interesting article in here that I've been reading about Frederick Meyer, who was back in the it says 1849. He came over from Germany and set up a brewery because, yeah, they didn't have any beer in, I think it's Philadelphia. I'll check. So he set up a German style brewery, which is quite cool. But this brewery then got absolutely fucked up the arse by and bought out many times over. And as the article itself that I've just been reading, brought to its knees by the macros. So these companies that gobble up breweries and then just basically don't do anything with them, run them into the ground, make them absolutely worthless because they're worried about the competition from them. However, and I think it was a different name, Steg Stegmeyer, back in so that was 1950s now. So from 1850 to 1950, they grew up to be a really big brewery, and then it declined. So the great grandson of Mr. Meyer, or Mr. Stegmeyer, however you want to say it, has resurrected this brewery, and the beer. I should show you the beer, shouldn't I? That we are doing today is this one. The Orange is the New Ale from Susquehanna. Susquehanna? Susquehanna? God, I don't know how to say that. Now, the only problem is, I don't know if you can read, but the orange is really messing around with the light. There you go, you can more or less read that. 4.5%, brewed with blood orange. It says it's a 10 IBU, 12 fluid ounces. So it's only a miny, tiny little one. And yet again, we have a sticker here saying this has been made or imported by Beer 52. Yeah, which must be a thing. It must be a thing getting beers from, well, correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments if you know. Must be a thing about getting beer from America to the UK is difficult. You have to rebrand it and repackage it, all that kind of stuff. In this case, they've just stuck a sticker over it, which I'd be quite interested to see. I was going to try and pull the sticker off, but I thought it might just, rip into shreds, and then I wouldn't be able to see what it's all about anyway. However, we have got this, which is the other thing that I like. Okay, Orange is the New Ale. It up here, it's a place called Pittston. So maybe they were in Philadelphia and they've now moved to Pittston, or perhaps Pittston is a suburb. It says bright, sweet, and citrusy, an effervescent finish. Got to be careful for that. Rich blood orange flavour, followed by a crisp finish. It's mainly Pilsner, although it's got a bit of wheat in it. And it says low hops. Low hops? I don't know what that means. Maybe they're short ones, low to the ground. I don't know. Anywho, let us get this bad boy into a glass. Don't want it to effervesce on my trousers. We got the old tulip, the big tulip. So, expecting a reasonable head because of this effervescence. At least they told me on the packaging, which is always good. try one of these for a change. What do you think about me trying to do these labels like this? I've been trying, but it doesn't always work, as you probably well know. Okay, not too bad. Frosty, a little bit hazy. That's probably the wheat in there. We are probably talking at the moment half a finger, so not very yeah, and lovely white bubblies, not too big, quite small bubbles, not as much effervescence as I was thinking, perhaps, unless of course it's in the solution. That is interesting. That's interesting. I haven't had anything to drink so far today. The aroma I'm getting is more kind of grapefruity than blood orange, but I kind of maybe yeah, maybe a dark grapefruit. I suppose a blood orange is pretty dark, and it's a member of the kind of citrus fleshy family, as it were. Well, as you can see, the head has totally gone. So yeah, interesting. Anyway, chin chin. Let's dive in. Let's see what we get. Wow, that is very sweet. Very sweet. Yeah, definitely getting an orangey thing, but it's not juicy at all. And the finish, it's weird. In the mouthfeel, it felt like a kind of like a kind of Bohemian Pilsner. It felt like it was going to be kind of the creamy side of lager. But as soon as that sweet, like really overly sweet kind of taste came over, but unlike the one that I did the other day, this is not like a candied fruit. This is like drinking an orange kind of cordial, I guess. But even it's so sweet, the orange taste, the orange flavour, isn't coming through that much. And for my recollection, it's been a while since I've had a blood orange, but they're pretty juicy if I remember, juicy fruits. And this is not really a juicy beer. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this one. Wow. I don't know about whether you can get orange cordial in America. It's difficult to find. You can get it, but it's difficult to find in the UK. Um, but that's kind of what this beer tastes like. It's like you've got a beer, in this case a pilsner, like a lager, and then you put some cordial in the top, and it could to make it like ridiculously sweet. Um, wow, but yeah, I mean it's quite refreshing, but it's really sweet. I mean, I know that it said that IBUs was 10, I think. Yeah, so it's low bitterness. IBUs is, if you didn't know, the International Bittering Unit. And back in the day when West Coast IPAs were getting insane, over 100 IBUs was like considered proper bitter. And then they were doing things like 160 and 180, I think it went up to. And they were like so puckering, you couldn't have more than a very small glass. This is totally the opposite way, not very bitter at all. And a huge, and you don't, I don't know if you can get how much sweetness is in here. Well, it is quite well carbonated, But yeah, this is just bizarre amount of sweetness in there, overly sweet in my opinion. But weird. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, doesn't really taste like beer in my opinion. Yeah, that's some sort of orange, like an orangey alco pop. Very weird. Um, but I've drunk the whole glass, so it's not obscenely terrible. Would I have it again? Probably not. Um, I like a little bit of bitterness, and yeah, just far too sweet. Uh, that said, I mean, it is quite refreshing, I have to say, which is so bizarre because usually, a nice pilsner or other type of lager does kind of get you with that crisp hot bite right at the beginning. Um, this is totally from the other way of things. 4.5% is probably reasonably sessionable, but I don't think I could have more than I could probably have a pint of it easily, maybe a couple of pints. Um, but yeah, I don't think I could drink it all night, if that makes sense. Might go really well with food though, like a barbecue or something that you might put oranges with. Um, so yeah, some sort of barbecue, pork, maybe duck, duck a la orange, or something along those lines. It's a weird one. It's in the middle. I don't hate it, but it's just too sweet. Simple as that for me. Anyway, guys, this has been Uncle Jonah. Do all the things that I usually tell you to do. If you don't know, go and click like and subscribe, and then you'll know, won't you? And that's exactly what I wanted you to do. And also, it praises Cthulhu and the other gods of YouTube. And they will be happy with me, and they won't chastise me. Oh, all hail Cthulhu. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah, if you can put up with me some more, click like, subscribe. You know what to do. It's YouTube. Everyone knows what to do. We'll see you real soon for another beer review. Cheers and beers.